Oh, also, if you are on YouTube, I have some longer videos if you're interested. And so I hope you'll take a look at my videos are focused on how you can find peace and calm in an environment that can be pretty chaotic, that can be pretty heavy, full of demands, full of activities and chores and tasks. And oftentimes we feel like not feel, we are pulled in so many different directions. And we've got to be able to let it go and to create space and ease and calm for our nervous system. And that's what we're talking about here today is one, recognizing that we're carrying too much. And we'll talk about how to do that. And we're going to get in touch not only with paying attention to what we're thinking about, but paying attention to our body. And we don't do enough of that. We're so busy in our head, worried about the future, ruminating about the past, that we don't spend the time that we need in the present moment listening to our body and what it needs. So, we're going to be talking about that today. Sorry, let me see if I can get things a little stabilized here. Sorry for the jiggling. Thank you for your patience. If you would be ever so kind to share this live, if it calls to you, please tap the screen. I'm Stacy Cook, licensed therapist, sharing with you ways that you can calm your nervous system on your own and learn to let things go. And really, that's what today is about. That's what I do is about. The videos that I make, check out my profile. The link in my bio will take you to YouTube, and you can also check out a ton of videos that I have here that is specifically focused on letting go and relieving our nervous system. Thank you to everybody who's joining. I hope that you will tap the screen. Please tap, tap, tap so people can see this live. Those who are looking for that opportunity to find peace and calm and just to let go. Hi, Call Me Lola. It's good to see you. And what we're going to start with is finding breath and coming back to breath. That's the first thing we're going to do around letting it go. When we get highly activated, dysregulated, our nervous system does what it's supposed to do. It revs us up, it puts us in protection mode. Hi, VP. ISKOR at AOL, Miss Missy, Mike Tate. Good to see you guys. Please tap that button. Please share this if it calls to you. Stacy Cook, licensed therapist, helping you to calm your nervous system because you deserve it. You deserve to feel better. And we're talking about how to let it go is starting with breath. And it's something I know that Stacy, why are we going to talk about breathing? We all do it. It's easy. It's so involuntary. It is. But I want to teach you or remind you how to capitalize on, hi, Nicole. Hi, Mike Tate, Danny, how you can capitalize on your breath. Please tap that screen for us so others can find this like. Typically, when we are rushed, hurried, stressed out, full of anxiety, rushed, our breathing tends to become shallow. When our breathing becomes shallow, it signals to our nervous system, our neurology, that there's a threat. And so we go to that place of fight, flight, high courier, it, fight or flight or freeze or fawn. Our nervous system is simply doing its job. It's protecting us. And we get a cortisol overshoot. Our system just helps to rev us up even more. So, what we can do to slow our system down is to simply take a full, robust, juicy, tasty, whole breath. And it goes something like this. And if you're driving, you're at home, wherever you're at, just take a moment, put your hand on your belly. And as you're taking that deep breath, I want you to feel your hand rise, your belly rise as you are letting that breath fill your entire body, your belly, your arms. Let it expand through you. What happens when you take that breath? It immediately signals to your nervous system that you are safe. You're safe. And that's exactly what we want. That's the message that we want to send, particularly when we are safe. When it's time to slow down, when it's time to get out of that fight, flight, or freeze mode. Hi, Lifelong Learn. Hi, Sea Sponge. Good to see you guys. Please, if you would be so kind to tap the screen so other people who are looking for a way and a how to let it go. Hi, Becca B. We want them to be able to find us here. We want them to be able to join us in finding our breath. First step in cooling down our system, right? Before we can truly let something go, we want to be able to slow and calm and cool the system down. That's what we need to do. Hey, everybody, I see Sea Sponge up at the top of the screen. Thank you, Sea Sponge. Just gave you a follow. If you guys will follow Sea Sponge, that would be awesome. Thank you for liking the live. Love you guys. Sweet. Who else is up here? Let me take a look. Thank you. Keep tapping if you would, and come back to breath. While you're here with me, I want you to, as your mind wanders a little bit, which is totally normal and expected, is anytime now, in the future, wherever, in whatever situation you're in, coming back to that, that full breath. Hi, Dale. Coming back to that breath is going to cool your system down. And that's what we want to do. Cool the system down. And then we can begin the process of letting go, of unloading that heaviness. You guys follow Sea Sponge, David, Becca, Dream Machine, Lifelong Learn. I hope if you're looking for a follow one another, we're kindred spirits here looking for peace and calm, that you'll give one another a follow. You'll give me a follow here. You'll click the link in my bio, find me on YouTube. I have long videos there. Also, in the link in my bio, I've got some worksheets that might be helpful to you. They're pretty inexpensive around communication, creating a safe space for communication, and learning how to communicate with your partner, with a friend, with whomever, with yourself, how to communicate in a way that's kind, that's safe, that helps to grow, further develop, and solidify your relationships. So I've got tons of this kind of material. I'm a licensed therapist. This is what I do. I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, and I work on areas of cooling down our neurology, teaching you how to manage your neurology from the inside out. Really, there's a lot going on in the outside world. And what we can manage is how we respond, how we tune up or down our internal world. And so, something that we've been talking about today is step one, breath, full breath, hand on the belly, feeling your hand and belly rise as you're breathing in, as that full breath circulates, feel it expand and circulate through your entire body. As you breathe out, I want you to notice that your shoulders, hi, Graciela, Graciela. If I'm mispronouncing, I'm so sorry. Giving you a follow. Thanks for joining. Others follow. Graciela, beautiful name. Thank you for joining. Keep tapping the screen, you guys. We want others here with us. We want to get this energetic circle of peace and calm. The more, the merrier. We can spread the beauty and the calm. And so back to that breath. That's going to give you, in any moment, any situation, we want to start with and come back to breath. And once we have that opportunity to take a couple breaths in, deep and expansive, and out. This isn't about getting dizzy. It's about just filling your body and your cells with oxygen. Then, what we want to do is, I want you to do a body scan. You could do this with your eyes open, you can do it with your eyes closed, you can do it however you're comfortable. We're going to start here, top of our head, and the area around your head. I want you to just do a scan. And what does a scan look like? Focusing your attention on your head, your crown, your neck, your face. Just notice what it feels like. Just notice. You may notice nothing at all. You may notice a sensation. Whatever you notice, just allow yourself to go a little deeper into that. No judgment is required. I know what I'm feeling as I sense in and put my attention on the area of my head and I'm doing a scan. I could tell my jaw is tight. I have some discomfort in my neck, some tension, and it's same in the back of my head. All you have to do, all you're responsible for is simply noticing. Why? Because you're listening to your body. This is how your body communicates with you, through sensation. Some people may feel something other than discomfort or tension. It could be an electrical feeling, it could be a buzziness, it could be a heaviness, it could be a lightness, it can feel like it's flowing, cool, warm. The sky's the limit. You can't do this wrong. You just simply are focusing your attention on this area, your head, neck, face, jaw, and notice whatever comes to you. There's no judgment, there's no efforting. We're simply placing our attention in this area and just making a mental note of what stands out for you. Now, what we're going to do is continue making our way down to our shoulders, hands, and through the arm. If you need to, and you're in a place to literally let your hand touch your arm, touch this area of your neck, the top of your chest, just to help you focus attention in that area, go ahead and do that. And notice what you notice. Do you feel anything in particular? Do you sense anything? And it may be something, it may be nothing. And again, that's okay. Efforting is not required at all. All you have to do is simply notice that area. And again, Stacy Cook, licensed therapist. What we're doing today is we're getting in touch with our body. We are working on letting things go. We're working on taking some of that heaviness that we're wearing on our shoulders or other places within our body. And we are recognizing where that's at and we're letting it go. So, the first thing we did is we talked about the importance of breath. We talked about first cooling down our nervous system, cooling things down, and getting into a place of readiness for a full breath. We also talked about how when we're busy, when we're stressed, when we're pressured, when we're pushed, when we're moving at a high rate of speed, what we don't do well is we're breathing, but we may be breathing rapidly, and we're likely breathing in a shallow way because our nervous system is doing what it does. It senses from the pace that we're moving, there's a threat. So, what does our nervous system do? It's responsible for protecting us. So, it starts to go into, it takes that threat action, us hurried and rushed, and the hormones, the cortisol starts flowing, our hands start sweating, we have shallow breathing. So, cue the importance. Hi, John. Thank you for joining. Thank you, JC Craven. Thank you. I'm going to pronounce Lich Lickerilli. Thank you, Ronald May. Thank you for joining. Guys, please tap the screen. It'll help others find us here. We have a circle of great energy, positive energy, goodness. We're letting go, and we want others to know that they can let it go. This is the place to do it. It's how we can learn how to manage our nervous system and not feel like we have to accept everything that the outside world pushes at us. we can slow down, we can slow our system down, we can cool the engine down. So that is what we're doing. So we started with that breath, we breathed through it, we felt that breath big and expansive moving through our body, touching all of the cells and organs. And then we breathed that out. Big breath out, emptying completely, feeling our shoulders drop and hopefully things relaxing. We then started with a body scan of we went head, face, and neck, and we just noticed if there was any particular area that stood out for any reason. And notice areas of tension, a particular sensation or temperature. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to continue that body scan down through our trunk, our upper trunk, upper chest area into our pelvis and quadriceps, upper leg. Just simply notice any area of discomfort, comfort. Is it relaxed? Is it open or is it tight? Do you notice there's a particular temperature in this area? All you need to do is simply imagine you're focusing your attention and you're just creating a body scan. You're letting attention scan down through your body, through your trunk, through your arms, top of your legs, stomach, pelvis, and just noticing. That's all you have to do. And why is it that simple, Hygienic Kid? Why is it that simple? And CP250, thank you for joining. Please tap the screen, you guys. I would love that. Let others find us. By simply noticing what we're feeling in our body is that's how our body is communicating with us how it's doing. It communicates us with us through comfort, discomfort, being open and relaxed, or tight and tense. And oftentimes we get stuck in our head, we get stuck in the external world, and we don't have a lot of time and effort put into just simply paying attention to our body. And that's what we're doing today. We're learning to pay attention, to create awareness, allow our body to communicate with us, and then we can communicate back to it. And we begin to have a conversation with our body and our nervous system. And this is incredibly important in times of calm as well as in times of stress. This is about our empowering you to take action in a positive way, to dial down the volume when you need to. You needn't be subject to the speed and temperature of the outside world. You can adjust from within. So we're going to continue as we started with that breath and scanning of our body. We scanned head, we scanned jaw and face. We're identifying those areas of sensation, heat, discomfort. Hi, Jonathan. And anything that stands out, we're placing our attention into our legs, upper legs, down into our calves. Notice what your knees feel like. Are they tight, or do you feel some flexibility in them? Do you notice any temperature or sensation in that area? And you can't do this wrong. There's no wrong way to do this. There's just doing it, no effort required. Simply letting your awareness and your attention make its way through your body. We're paying attention to our body. It has something to say, it's communicating with us. Oftentimes, we miss these cues that our body is giving us. And when we're going to continue to get these signals from our body until we respond to it. So again, I'm Stacy Cook, licensed therapist. Please, guys, tap the screen. Lisa, good that you joined. Tap, tap, tap. Let other people know that we're here. We're in this environment, in this safe space where we let things go. If you're just joining, put in the chat, what are you letting go? What are you letting go? What has been, thank you for the likes, guys. I love it. Keep tapping that screen and put in the chat, what are you letting go? It can be one word, one thing, one emotion, whatever. There's no right or wrong. And listen, we're all in the same boat. We have things that we are carrying that are heavy that we need to let go. And so what we're doing in this live is joining together There's a collective we in this room. Everybody has something that we need to let go. We're all carrying something that isn't serving us well. And the first thing I want you to know is that you're not alone and you can let this go. I want you to know that what the external world keeps pushing at us, its temperature, its speed, its heaviness, that we can internally dial back. We can manage our internal operating system and we don't have to meet the external world where it's at. So we're continuing that visualization, that body scan into our feet. Remember, we started with breath and we always come back to breath. Breathing in, taking that full, expansive breath, feeling your belly rise. Let that breath resonate through your entire body. As you completely empty that breath, let it all go. Remember, what we talked about is when things get rushed, when we're hurried, when we're tense, when we're anxious, and when we're excited, something that we don't do very well, we breathe. If we didn't, we wouldn't be upright. But something that we don't typically do is take a deep, full breath. Our breath gets very shallow. And so by cueing a full and deep breath, we're communicating back to our body that we're safe. We're telling our nervous system that it can stand down, it can stop the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And we're bringing ourselves back to this present, calm, and peaceful moment. That's what we're trying to accomplish. Then what we're doing, please guys, keep tapping the screen if you would. Hi Stacy, good to see you. If you guys would tap the screen, if it calls to you, share the live, let others know that we're here finding peace, finding calm, learning how to slow down and cool our nervous system. And we started with breath, that full, robust, vibrant breath, which we start with and we come back to bring us into the present moment, away from the future and worried about what's on the calendar, the tasks that we have, things that we need to do, or thinking about or ruminating about the past, what we could have done differently, what we didn't do. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't say that. The future and the past, that ruminating and that worry and that resentment and that regret puts us, our system, our neurology into a place of cortisol overload, overshoot, and our nervous system sees this as a threat. So our breath becomes more shallow, we feel more anxious, where our body is readying us for the threat, for fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So taking that full breath brings us into our body, into the here and now. That's where we started. We then did a full body scan, top of the head, all the way down through our entire body. We simply focused our attention on our body. This is how we communicate with our body, by giving awareness to what's happening within. And what's happening starts with just focusing attention and awareness and noticing what's happening within our body. Is there an area that feels tight, tense, warm, buzzy? What do you feel? What do you notice? And if you don't notice anything, that's okay. Because what we're doing, regardless of what you notice or identify, is we are simply paying attention and communicating with our body and listening to what it has to say. Now, what I want you to do is, if you've stuck with me from the top of the head to our toes with the body scan, any area that you identified, I talked about my jaw being tight, I talked about tension in my neck, my lower back is a little bit sore. What I want you to do is, any area that you've identified discomfort, any kind of tension, or something that just doesn't feel good to you, even if it does feel good to you, we want to integrate that part, that feeling, that sensation, And so, what we're going to do is I want to ask you to tap the screen, share the live, visit my profile. I have a ton of videos, you guys. This is all free stuff. 90% of the videos that I have are free. I also have some worksheets available around communication for you and your partner, your coworker, your family member to help you communicate better, to help you improve your relationships. And a couple hundred videos around managing your internal system, your internal world, and being able to find calm and peace and release and resolve, even in the face of chaos and anxiety and stress, because it's really incumbent upon us to manage how we respond to that world. Hi, Shalom. Good to see you. Shalom. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Glad you're here. Thank you for the follow. Love that. Please tap the screen, share it if you would like. And this is what I do. I'm a therapist. I'm a licensed therapist in Florida and Michigan. Also, as somebody who I've been in practice for over 25 years, but I've also not only been a therapist, but someone who has managed anxiety most of my life. I was diagnosed as a teenager. I'm 53. So there are lots of things that I have learned, adopted, created tools and techniques to bolster the nervous system. So I've spent a lot of time doing this, and I just want to be able to share it with you so that you can share it with others. And because you balancing yourself out, calming your nervous system resonates to those around you. You know the feeling when you walk into a room and you feel either the mood, the energy, something shifts or changes in a positive way. It could be in a negative way. Whatever it is, there is an energy that happens. And because we're energetic beings, you can measure this in an EKG and an EEG. Our mood and our feelings energetically put an energy out there that extends 3 to 4 feet. So by you bolstering your system, managing it, dialing it down, cooling it off, you're benefiting yourself and somebody else. So it's a big deal. It touches more than just you, it touches many. So we started with breath and coming back to this present moment and recognizing that our breath is an incredibly powerful tool that can cool down our nervous system, that can bring us back into this present moment, create calm and peace, and get us to a place of readiness to be able to even identify what we need to let go, right? We can let many things go, but we have to get into a place letting our nervous system know that we're safe, that we're peaceful and we're calm, and we're at a place of readiness to unload some of the heaviness that we're carrying. It's important that we do this for our physical health, our mental health, our emotional, spiritual health. By carrying the weight, the stress, the anxiety, and running in overdrive, it doesn't do anyone any good. When we're in that space, we lose creative thought. We don't have full access to executive thinking and to executive functions. And that's a big deal. It affects everything. So it behooves us in our relationships, our partnerships, our work, our creativity, and those around us, pets included, to cool down our inner world, to cool down our neurology and learn to check in with our body. And it'll let us know through tension, through sensation, whether it's safe or not. And if we are in a safe place, but our body is overreacting, we have dysregulation and we need to tune in and do a tune up. And that's what we're doing today. So we did a full body scan. And what I want you to do, if you've been with me, if you're just joining, great. If you notice in any area of your body, head to toe, any discomfort, tension in your neck, tightness in your jaw, could be a Charlie horse, could be a buzzy, vibrating feeling in any area of your body, I want you to simply Imagine that that area of discomfort or even something that feels okay of relaxation, I want you to see that area. Just focus your attention on it and imagine that that area is opening, melting, dissolving into just sort of melting into awareness into the rest of your body. We're just sort of integrating everything. We're allowing things to melt, allowing things to relax, allowing you to relax and slow down, allowing your nervous system to pick up the signal that it's okay, that we're safe, that we can let off the accelerator. We sort of pull the parachute, tap the brake, and slow our system down. By slowing the system down, you get so many benefits. Not only are people going to experience you differently, but by slowing it down, you get access to, hi, Virginia Cook, good to see you. Tap that screen. I would love that. By slowing that system down, by letting our neurology know that it's safe, we take our foot right off of the gas, cue the parachute. That part of our nervous system that's responsible for rest, digest, and peace, and those feel good hormones, it's cued. So you're going to feel better. You're going to feel a sense of peace and relief. And when it comes to feeling a relief of tension, better digestion, better attention, more creativity, and better sleep. Doing these sorts of things, the identification of getting in touch with your body, allowing it to communicate with you, listening to what it's telling you, acknowledging where there's a particular sensation of discomfort, of pain, of distress, and then allowing that to melt, to dissolve, and to integrate with the rest of your body is so relieving to your system, to your nervous system. Hi, Timmy Shear, Benita Masters. Good to see you guys. Hi, Fred Garcia. Tap the screen. Please, you guys, keep tapping the screen for us. We want everybody to know that this live is happening, that we're here in this safe place, this safe circle where we're able to let things go, where we're able to soothe our nervous system, step away from the outside world, step away from 90 miles an hour, going at high speed, revving that engine. We're here to cool things down, to relax, and to give you some techniques to take with you. And by tapping the screen, we let others know that we're in here and we're doing this together. The other thing I want to remind you of is, please, if you would give me a follow, check out the videos that I have on my profile. I have, I think, a couple hundred at this point, and it's all around calming your neurology. It's around good communication. It's around doing things for yourself, for your neurology that not only affects you, but your relationships, the people around you. I'm not only a licensed therapist, but someone who has experienced and managed anxiety most of my life. So I've got tools, techniques, and videos that I have learned, adopted, created, and I'm sharing those with you. So if you click the link on my bio, you can also find me on YouTube where I have some longer form videos that you might find interesting. We nerd out a little bit and just talk about some of the science behind our neurology and what happens in our system when it gets a little bit too hot. And the why is can be medicinal and therapeutic all on its own. So if it calls to you, do that. I also have link in my bio. I've got some worksheets for just a small price. If you're interested in, for you and your partner or someone in your family or a loved one, if you're looking for a way to enhance your communication, you're looking for a way to create safe communication, this is the stuff that affects your nervous system as well. So I've got some worksheets that will, hi Lulu, that will walk you through how to communicate in a safe way with your partner, particularly whether you've been together for a long time or you're simply starting out together. It's an opportunity to learn how to listen to each other, to learn how to talk to each other, and how to even broach those kinds of conversations. Some people don't go deep, and that's okay as long as you eventually go deep. And I'll help you do that. So take a look at the link in my bio, check out my profile. If it calls to you, share it with someone else. The goal is to get as many people as we possibly can to learn how to create calm. We have the ability to do that, to turn in and tune up or down, and it's empowering. It really is. And so I thank you for joining me today. I hope that you'll keep an eye out for future lives. I'd love for you to join me, and we'll continue focusing on breath and body awareness. Remember, if you forget anything today, just take with you the tool of breath. You can start with it, you can come back to it, you can introduce it anytime. Full breath, a robust breath, breathing in deep, filling your belly, expanding and resonating through your entire body and outside. That breath creates a pause, and it also cues safety. So you always have that. You can take it with you anytime. And it's something we do very naturally. We can just capitalize on it. That's the stuff we want to use and infuse into and expand what we're already doing. So thank you for spending time with me today, for trusting me, for joining me. And if you haven't heard it, I love you and I'll see you again. And make sure you tell yourself that you love you. Try it. Look in the mirror, do it, send yourself a text and see what it does for your nervous system. Also, try telling a stranger. That's fun too. All right. Take good care. I'll see you around the bend.